I'm Danny. John was a mentor to me for exactly 50 years. He brought me to Alaska in 1971. I was 25 years old. And it was August of that year, so it was 50 years, about 2 weeks before he passed. He also became a close colleague and a very valued friend. We did 2 significant jury trials together in the early 1990s, one of which was a 7-week trial in Kenai in the winter. It was supposed to last only 3 and drug into 7. I do have a story for you about John from the early 70s that is not apropos of any of his intellectual skills or his many accomplishments. He and I had gone to Fairbanks and held a public hearing along with other state officials at the time on the state of the justice system. And I don't know how many of you remember Joe Folger, but each of us got cornered by Joe Folger during the course of that. But and John had also, the day before, spoke, I think, at the chamber, and that led to this picture being on the front page of the paper. Well, back in those days, Green Air Alaska was still in existence and flew, and it had a route directly from Fairbanks to Juneau on these old beater planes called an F-27, which kind of looked like an old Goose, amphibian plane, but didn't have any ability to obviously land in the water. And it had a stop in Whitehorse. And this probably was right around 1973, not long before John left the department and ran for the Congress. When we left Whitehorse and we got over the pass, the Chilkoot Pass, there was the most awful turbulence that either of us had ever experienced, and to this day, it was the worst I had ever experienced. John and I were sitting in aisle seats across from each other, and the woman behind John became hysterical, and she was convinced that the plane was going down and that we were all going to die. And there was probably 20, 25 people on it. It was a fairly small twin-engine plane. And John got up and attempted to reason with her. And explained, no, we're not going to die. The plane isn't going to go down. And somewhere during that conversation, she recognized him. And obviously from his picture the day before in the Fairbanks paper. And she decided that he was a very important person. And that because he was a very important person, there was no way this plane was going to crash. And so we got through it, landed in Juneau. She followed us to the baggage claim area and continued to go on about how great John was, how he'd saved all of our lives. And we finally got away from her. John turned to me and he said, "Do you suppose I did?"